Hey, this is Dan from the Amity Affliction. We're on the This Could Be Heartbreak tour for North America and Canada 2016. This is my new guitar. This is from ESP. Been with them for a while now and playing the LTD models for a while, but they've decided to start giving me the nice guitars, which is cool. This is the new one. It's got Fishman pickups in it. I'm with that company now. Usually comes with EMGs, but yeah, I just prefer the Fishman now because they're a little brighter, and playing lead guitar you want to get over the top of those EMG sounds. It's pretty stock. It's like one of the, I guess, the more higher end ESPs. They've got the ESP2s now, but they decided to give me a standard, which I'm stoked with. And yeah, it sounds good. It's red on the back. It's got all your regular gadgets in here and toggle here, and pretty sure you know how a guitar works, hopefully. If you're a guitarist, hopefully you know how it works. The strings on the guitar are Ernie Ball. I think they send us out a few packets every now and then, which is cool of them. And it's a 64 through 14. We're tuned to drop A sharp now, so I'll tell you a little secret later about how we play all our different tunings. Alright, so I'm going to tell you about these guys. There's a Potts, and pretty much you've got volume for this guy, volume for this guy, and tone for both. Tone is like, I guess you get more high end if it's up, and you're more chilled out, kind of rolled off sound when it's back down. We pretty much leave our guitars all the way up, and we do a lot of our work. This is your toggle, so this switches between your pickups. This is your neck, this is your bridge, and we do a lot of our work on this guy. It's got that more high end kind of, I guess, more harsh sounding for all the distortion stuff. And I know we do a solo in some songs now, and I usually pick it in the middle, which gets you using both. So you get the best of both worlds on that, and yeah, it just sounds a bit more bluesy and that kind of stuff, and then that's clean channel sometimes. So yeah, we do a bit of changing, not much. This is the main setup, down and everything up, everything to 11. Alright, this is my second guitar. I guess they do a shared workload when we play live. This is interesting about this guitar is have the Evertune bridge, and the guys at Evertune have been nice enough to, this model actually comes with this, but we've got a little deal going with them now too, which is cool. Basically, the best thing about this is, if I bend a note, it doesn't change. So the guitar cannot go out of tune when you're playing it. It means it's a little bit different to set up, but once it's going, it's really, really good because nothing goes out of tune. So yeah, that's why I'll use my other guitar that I just showed you for, you know, bends and solos and that kind of stuff. But this is the workhorse, does all the power chords, and I recorded our last album with this guitar. So yeah, it's really good. So while we're on tour, I guess we change strings every day. I don't do it, our guitar tech Ben does. And yeah, we're lucky enough to, you know, we get free strings and stuff, and we have a guitar tech. But if you're in a starting band, I reckon you could get about 3 shows out of a set of strings before you want to start changing. But yeah, I don't know, we're lucky enough to get hooked up, so we get to change them every day. And it just gives you a nicer, cleaner, brighter sound. So yeah, stretch it out if you can, but if you can afford the luxury of changing all the time, I would. So this is the acoustic guitar. We have one song now, I think you might have heard it. It's called All Fucked Up, or All Messed Up if it's on the radio. Yeah, this is in open tuning, this guitar, so it's kind of, it's got a really nice sound, and B-E-A-D-A-D is the tuning for that song. That's a little hint if anyone wants to try and play it, but it's a nice guitar. Maiten gave us this guitar, and it's from Australia. They're a really old Australian company, and pretty much the best in the game for acoustic coming out of Australia. There's a few really high-end players that only use these guitars, and they were lucky, we were lucky enough that they wanted to give us a guitar. They've always helped out the band, which is really cool, and this gets the job done for our one acoustic song. We change the strings on these about every 5 shows, and that's only playing one song a night, so you can get away with it like that. And we actually have the potent strings, so you get a lot more life out of the strings. Problem is they're a little bit more expensive, but you know, you save money and time. So yeah, that's the pretty simple little setup. We just use the DI and the guitar, and there's actually a microphone in here, but we don't use that for live because we'll pick up things like audience talking and all that. So just an input there and ready to go. All right, so these are the amps. They don't look like amps used to look, but that's what we use now. They're Kemper profilers, and they have every sound you want in a little computer. This is the amp here, this guy. And it looks like a spaceship, and when you first get it, it feels like a spaceship, but we're still learning and we're getting there, and it's just got a lot of, you know, you can tune any real amp into the Kemper and save it. So it's not as limited as using an amp, because you can have, you know, a clean sound from one amp and a heavy sound from a totally different amp, and then all you got to do is hit a pedal and you're changing amps basically, which is really cool. So we used to use, and we still do use for recordings and all that stuff, PV amps. Obviously the 5150 is pretty hard to beat. So when it came to the Kempers here, our main tone is a 5150 profile, which is cool because we don't lose the sound we work so hard to try and tone in. And recording the last album, we hooked up a 5150 and did all the tones, and actually ended up saving them all to our Kempers, so now we have the tones exactly from the album, which is real cool. And then the only difference is when we use clean channel, I think it's a Vox AC30 we'll go to, just because it's that a more kind of distant-y kind of nicer clean channel than just a DI sort of sound. So that's the beauty of the Kemper. We get to use our old amps in the new amps, which is great. So yeah, we switched to the Kemper November last year and haven't really looked back, because we tour so often that, you know, instead of bringing, you know, you'd have a guitar head that's as big as this, and then you'd have a cab underneath. So just having the Kemper by itself, that's all DI, goes straight to the PA and saves you a lot of money, and it's, you know, so much smaller and easier to load in and do all that stuff. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the switch to Kemper if you want to do that, but happy to bring the PV tones with us always. So the main reason we decided to change to Kemper was because, you know, we tour the world, and pretty soon we're going to be going to, you know, Asia and South America and stuff, and sometimes you just don't know what gear is going to be there, what the PA is going to be like, so it really does guarantee that your band will sound pretty spot on similar every night, which is, it's all digital, so you don't lose any quality depending where you are. The band's always going to sound the same, so that's great for us. That's good. Okay, so here we have our multi-selector, and that runs all our wirelesses. This is just my setup here, so I've got acoustic guitar, it's my main guitar, and then the Evertune, the second guitar. And basically every guitar is on its own pack. So if I want to change guitar, Ben, our guitar tech, will give me the main guitar, that's A. I think it's A, yeah, something. So he'll give me this guitar and pick it there. And that means I'm using this guy. And then if I want to change, it means I'm on here. Acoustic means I'm over there. So this and this are actually this and this switched. We just haven't labeled it yet, but I'm not an idiot. Yeah, that's pretty much the wireless setup. It's just a lot quicker to use wireless because we do some guitar changes, and if we were plugging in leads and all that business, that means we'd be, you know, a minute or two between songs sometimes, this is just flawless, it gets it done, and yeah, any wireless obviously goes straight to the Kemper, and the Kemper goes to the PA. So here we are, this is the Profiler remote. This is your Kemper channel switcher basically, foot switch on an amp. And the little trick I was telling you about before, here we have up and down, and you can see here the tuning is changing. In the Kemper they actually have a pitch shift, which is really cool because, like I was saying before, I use the Evertune guitar, and that's in drop A sharp. And now, so my main channel will be A sharp, and then if I want to play any lower tuning songs, I don't have to tune the guitar. I just say down and pick my channel. So now I'm in drop A, which is pretty cool, because otherwise you'd have to change guitar and change tuning and have a million different types of strings. But yeah, this makes it really easy. And my channels are, you can read them, clean effects. And with the clean effects, you've got reverb and delay. This is just how I've got mine set up. And then it's the same again, dirty, which is distortion, dirty effects with reverb and delay. And yeah, it all comes out of these cables. We got them from BTPA, and that's what sends you over to the profiler from before, and that's how it all works. It's all very simple, and simple once you understand it, but we're there now and we get it. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. And what else have I got on here? This is the acoustic channel, so acoustic guitar and tap delay, so I can tap that and get tempo delay. So I just tap along in my ears, and we play to a click track, so it's pretty easy to get the timing right, and that's it. That's the whole setup, pretty much. Alright, thanks for looking at my gear with me today on Gear Masters. Yeah, keep an eye out for our new single coming out. It's all fucked up. There's a film clip coming out pretty soon, and yeah, go to amityAffliction.net for all the Amity news you need. Peace.